Greetings, Wastelanders, and welcome to another video. So today's settlement is Lynn Woods. If you know the game well, you know this is not an actual settlement. This is one that I put together myself using the Workbench Anywhere mod. I've always loved this location since the first time I found it. It was really, really cool and extremely sad that they didn't make it into an actual settlement. So I went ahead and did that for them. What you can see right ahead of us is the main gate, and right over there we have one big giant settlement. Before we get into the tour though, a huge announcement. A few months ago I was asked by another channel called Gameology if they could showcase some of my builds. And I wasn't sure which build they were going to do, but the video popped up the other day and they showcased my London Bridge build. They had a professional civil engineer come in and critique my building skills and ability as to whether or not, you know, it's habitable and structurally sound and all that kind of stuff. Just all in good fun. I will put a link in the description below so you can go ahead and check out the channel and see what they had to say about my settlement. If you just want to skip ahead all the way to where I actually am, I am at the end of the video, but I would suggest watching the whole thing because there's some pretty good stuff in there from other builders. So now let's go ahead and get into the tour. So this is kind of a raider settlement build. Right here we have the front entrance here with a ton of defense because they just don't really want anybody coming in and messing with them unless they want to come give them all their caps, basically. Bunch of spikes all along here to make it difficult for them to try, or for anybody to try and climb up to get to the guard towers, so to speak. This is one big giant walled-in settlement, and there's if you're familiar with this location, you know you definitely need a lot of protection. I don't want to give anything away if you've never been to Lynn Woods before. I'm just going to showcase a little bit about it and talk a little bit about what makes it so unique without really giving anything away. I'm going to show you the location. If we go ahead and look at the map right here, this is the general area of where Lynn's Woods is. I'm just a little bit outside of it because of how big I made this settlement. But if you know where Breakheart Banks is and all that kind of stuff, way up here in the upper right hand corner of the map, that's where Lynn Woods is. And yeah, if you've never been here, definitely go check it out. It's quite interesting. So up here we have some raider guards, basic ammunition, guns. I put red lighting in here so that they can see at night without making themselves too much of targets. We got this guy here that kind of hangs out on the bridge, walks back and forth. And then over here we have the kind of guard headquarters with these two dummies glitching through the floor. You've seen my other videos, you know this happens to me all the time. Doesn't matter what I do, nav mesh, anything, it always happens. So anyway, in here we have stocked shelves, tables full of all kinds of goodies for them to help defend this place. And we have a very large something or other over there that we're going to be taking a look at quite soon. So yeah, this is the main entrance. I really liked the way that there's this kind of natural road and canyon, if you want to call it that, that just made it perfect to kind of funnel people in and make for some excellent visuals, I guess you can say, and the way the spikes are. If you go around onto the backside up in here, there's still more spikes surrounding anything so that it's really hard for anybody to get to anybody in here. This is basically all defense, defense, defense. So let's go ahead and take another quick look around. We have street lights lighting the main path, and then in here we have some sort of stadium that we're going to take a look at in just a minute. Over here, basic farmland, little house, some potted plants, so on and so forth. And just, you know, basic decorations, a couple of built-in tables, fireplace for eating, beds. This was quite the undertaking because I had a lot of issues, as you can see here, with certain blocks matching up because of the way I designed this. Just going in with the natural layout of the land, and I ended up making it a little too big and started to kind of cover up this path. So I kind of chiseled away at it and filled this in with some rocks. And there's your Place Anywhere tool. Thought I'd gotten them all this time. But Lynn Woods, this is the main location here. When you go to visit Lynn Woods, you have this tiny little makeshift raider settlement, and you have that big giant tower up there. I decided to keep all of these basically the way they are. I just kind of cleaned them up a little bit. Had a little visit from this guy here. He's cooking on the fire, and as you can see, she can't wait to eat. But most of this, yeah, I kind of left untouched. Like I said, I just kind of cleaned it up, got rid of some of the debris. I like the buildings. This is the designs of the little bridges that they already had in here at this location. So I pretty much just left them be. They fit, they worked nicely. So over here, put in a couple of ladders that I kind of pushed into the stone rocks here using the Place Anywhere tool. This is kind of a little makeshift guard tower. I kind of like the way it looked because of the natural way the rocks kind of came to a point. So instead of covering that up with wall, I just left that open a little bit and just put that little mini piece of wall there so that you can actually look out and see what's going on. Another piece of ladder here so that you can walk up and get up to this little bit of land up here. And so now let's go ahead and take a look at our main attraction here. As you can see, we got a ticket booth, and right over here we have death fights. This idea I kind of stole from myself from my Finch Commons build, where I had kind of like a little theater there, but this one I gussied up a lot more. We got the big giant stadium lights from Diamond City. I put a whole bunch of colored lights in here to kind of create some ambiance, and seating. I think this one I ended up designing way better than the one over at Finch Farm, Finch Commons. Down here I was trying to make it look like a bloody trail from when they drug out the last victim. But in here threw in a whole bunch of poles, had a whole bunch of dead bodies, which if you saw my Silent Hill build, you could probably recognize some of these bodies. It's part of one of the mods. I'll have everything listed below. But I used the Place Anywhere tool to kind of glitch them into place and make it look like they were actually impaled into all these spikes and whatnot. And this one was a lot more fun and a lot more planned out than the one at Finch Commons there, or Finch Farm. Cages, oh, actually there is somebody in there. Sweet. I kept trying over and over and over again to get people in there to stay in there to make it look like they were going to have a death fight tonight. But they don't like to stand still, so they just kind of kept walking out of there. But at least we got one guy in there. So anyway, yeah, we got the seating, bench seating, the airport seating, the lighting, which was one of the biggest influences to building this thing. I was just messing around looking at different assets that I had available, and I saw those, and I couldn't resist. So over here, ticket booth, plainly you can see, got a little nice tent cover, and plus a little body for display up there. Now for the tower itself, I could not for the life of me figure out what I wanted to do with it. So I ended up just putting a couple of doors in here, and I cleaned it out and then left it as is. I added some more lighting, a couple more burn barrels, just to give it some life, but for the most part I didn't really do much of anything. This is one of the burn barrels that I put in here. As you can see, it's not really giving off light like the others do. So up here, I'm not going to turn this on because I don't want to spoil that for anybody as to what happens when that alarm goes off. So if you've never been to Lynn Woods, never found this place, again, if we're looking at the map, we're right here. So all the way in the upper right hand corner. So go ahead and head to that location, head on up to the top here, and turn on that siren and see what happens. So anyway, down below here, threw in a couple of houses as well as some generators. As you can see, we got the junk walls going around the whole place. Basic little house in here. Got your little crapper sitting right there. Stove. Just basic. This one I had a lot of fun with. I took my idea of the little makeshift guard spot over there and put in little bitty ladder here into the rocks, but then over here I made a whole big deal out of the steps, because I had these this larger one in here, and the spot where I put this house, it flowed, so I went with it. So you got one little set of stairs there, and the other one over here, a little ladder, and then some more wooden steps that all lead up to the main door. As far as build-wise, this was, I guess, supposed to be like the mayor's house, something like that, or I should say story-wise. Fully stocked shelves, a couple of stoves in there, a little crapper in the corner there as well. Upstairs, you know, some amenities, but crappy double bed there. But yeah, this is the Lynn Woods build. This one, I'd been to this site numerous times and cleared it out, only to have my game crash, and I'd give up, and then just came back to it, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, tried it out, and for whatever reason it was steady this time. Game wasn't glitching, wasn't knocking me out constantly, so I was able to actually do this fairly simply. We are going to come back when it's dark so you can actually see what these lights look like. And so as you can see, it is now nighttime, and we have the full effect of all the colored lights that I put in place. The stadium lights don't actually give off any lighting whatsoever, they're just all show. And all the colored lights are actually coming from these colored street lamps. I will have the mod listed below. Sorry, I had a total brain fart moment there. Yes, I will have that mod listed below for all the colored lights. They just recently updated, or I just recently discovered that there was an update where they added all kinds of extra lights and much brighter colored ones, but definitely creates a fun party deathmatch ambiance, I guess you can say. But yeah, this is my Lynn Woods build, all my street lamps and everything. Apparently that Deathclaw has taken quite a while to heat up, and she's definitely hungry. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget, like I said, to check out the link for the video showcase of my London Bridge build from Gameology. Go check those guys out. They actually have a lot of really pretty cool videos. People are reacting to a whole bunch of different things, all of which have to do with video games, basically. Bringing in military experts to check out like sniper action in games, so on and so forth. And like I said, you can see my London Bridge build there right towards the end, and if you really pay attention towards the beginning, you'll see a quick little like half-second blip of my London Bridge build when the woman's talking about designing streets and whatnot for traffic, this and that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will be doing a tutorial video sometime soon. That was actually my plan for this weekend, but upgrading my computer ran into a huge glitch that kept it down for pretty much the entire day and kind of threw off my schedule. But I got more settlements coming, more of my Let's Play, so on. If you guys want to see anything, you have any requests, please feel free to ask, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. Until next time, don't get irradiated.